Take up one idea, make that idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, and every part of your body be full of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. With this beautiful quote, I, Professor Namita Bhatt, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, welcome you all for the inaugural function of 1 Week International Winter School on Cybersecurity, organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering in association with Computer Society of India, Student Chapter at KLSGIT Belagavi. The beauty of a sunset, the majesty of the ocean, the wonder of a newborn baby. God's creation is all around us. Let's place God before everything we do. Now, I request Professor Aarti Shapurkar to render the invocation song.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणेशानाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुखाय गानमत्ताय गानो सुखमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यगलच्छेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the melodious song. Now, I request Dr. Vijay S. Rajpurohit, Head Department of CSE, to welcome the gathering.
Happy morning. Dignitaries on the dais, Professor D.A. Kulkarni sir, Dean Admin, KLSGIT, Professor Gajendra Deshpande sir, Coordinator, Winter School Cyber Security, resource persons who are actually online, and all the faculty members, my dear student friends. Today we have gathered here to inaugurate the 6-day workshop, 6-day winter school, international winter school on cyber security. One of the important event and occasion we have gathered here, and in this occasion I would like to welcome today's guests, today's resource persons, as well as all the participants who are participating both online and offline. I would like to thank D.A. Kulkarni sir for helping us to initiate this activity, basically because we got many inputs with respect to police department, how cyber department or cyber crime department works, and police officials. He gave us a contact. That was the initiation. Because of that, we could able to initiate this activity. So I would like to thank D.A. Kulkarni sir for initiating this activity. I welcome you, sir. Gajendra Deshpande sir, along with his team, Rudragowda Patil sir and rest other faculty members, they took the initiation along with all the CSI members. CSI is one of the vibrant body, that is Computer Society of India, which initiates several activities throughout the year. So they have decided to take up this particular winter school. Winter school concept was not there till date. G8 has never conducted any international event related to winter school. So this was the first time Gajendra sir told, see, he has associated himself with many of the workshops, events across the globe, and he has delivered lectures related to cyber security. So Gajendra sir said, why can't we arrange this activity? Then we decided to host this particular event. And then we had a discussion with our principal sir and our management. Management was very generous. Because of that, we could able to get funding. So because of that also, we are not charging any amount to any participants for this particular workshop. So it is totally free, and it is a total 6 days. Many lectures will be held. And principal sir was the driving force behind this. Sir also in his absentia, because of some unavoidable circumstances, so chairman sir and principal sir is out of station. So in their absentia, their well wishes are there for our workshop. So they have given us a go ahead signal. So then we started contacting all the resource persons. Luckily, out of the 16 talks we have arranged, 13 are our alumni only. 13 who are working across the globe in well-known organizations which are related to cyber security. This is one of the best contacts we could able to get from our alumni. So this will definitely boost our post activities. After completion of this, we will have lots of deliberations, discussions. Maybe we go for center of excellence. In such situations, we need the help of our alumni as well as industry people. So that will definitely boost our target, or we can easily identify people and go ahead with this particular concept in GIT. So this was the initiation which took place with respect to this winter school. Then we had discussions with the resource persons as well as participants. Getting the participants is again an issue. Many a times when we float this idea, we may not get participants. But this time, to our surprise, we could able to cross around 400 plus registrations within 1 week's time. So we are already having 400 plus registrations with respect to this particular workshop. You can understand the depth and the need of the hour now, because so many people are taking interest, so many resource persons are there across the globe, they are working on this, and everyone is supporting. It means that there is some particular interest which is happening, or you can say that there is some requirement with respect to cyber security. Fine, I can give you some statistics how actually cyber security is now slowly evolving. No doubt artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, they are on the top gear. Along with that, there is one more competitor is there, that is cyber security. See here some statistics as per Gartner report. What we can see is there are around 3.5 million jobs across the globe where vacancies are there. There are no filling positions. See, here we are not getting any candidates which are suitable for those positions. 3.5 million vacancies. And 50,000 is the minimum salary starting. That is one particular job site. If I searched one job site, Glassdoor, where they say that minimum salary for a startup position, for a starting, this one is 50,000 and maximum is 34 lakhs per annum. Minimum it starts with 50,000 for a fresher and 34 lakhs per annum. That is the requirement. That is how salaries are offered. And every year across the globe, all industries, how much they are spending on cyber security is $126 billion. $126 billion they are spending for security reasons. It includes government, private organizations, semi-government organizations. So many people, even individuals, are investing on cyber security. That is $126 billion. And then when we come across after pandemic, the number of cases, or you can say that number of frauds which are happening across cyber security is increased 350% of time. There is a jump of 350%. The reason is, you can see that, suppose if I consider our marketplace, Bogarways, wherein suppose if 10 or 100 people are there, we are safe. We can move around. If there are 1,000 people, still we can move around. If there are around 1 lakh people in that place, what can happen? There you can come across accidents, pickpocketers will come, chain snatchers will come. Similar to that, after pandemic, everything is happening online. Nowadays, you go to any person and ask, they will prefer online over offline. Meetings online, classes online, ordering the food online, watching the movies online. You consider anything, first we check, is there any online option is available? If online is there, we try to avoid traveling as much as possible. So what is happening here is, everyone is crowding the place, that is internet. When they start crowding the place, what actually happens here is, there is always a possibility that criminals will enter in, because they know that when so many people are there, somehow we can do something unwanted things, and we can take the money or defame any person. That is one biggest threat. So over a period of time, crimes are increasing. The sad part is, many of our children are involved in this. Last year, when a report was taken, there were around 5,000 people were caught for cyber related crimes. And out of 5,000, 3,800 were below 21 years old. And within that, the category of 9th and 10th students were very high. 9th and 10th. Try to imagine. When it was asked how they learned hacking, how they learned how to take money out of this, so they said they referred YouTube. And the reason for this is, everyone is now having the mobile phone. Now parents, as a parent, I cannot stop my children from using mobile phone. The reason is, their classes are online. They need the phone for their assignment. They need phone for so many other things. Smartphone, in fact, not normal phone. They need a smartphone for everything. And the other part is, as a parent or as elderly person, I don't know how to operate my mobile properly, how to transfer my money properly. And whenever some problem happens, I will run to my children and I will ask how to do it. Many times, whenever I interact with parents, they tell, whenever money transfer is there, Google Pay or some other pay, Phone Pay, they will ask their child to transfer it. They have given their this one password, everything to their children. Many times what actually happens, when children start operating it, they will come across so many things where initially it is offered free. They will take that. They will start using that app or something. Then 99 rupees. Anyhow, they know the password of Phone Pay or some Google Pay. They use it without the notice of their parents. Then it goes to 999. Then it goes to 10,000. Many a times, many children transferring the money without the notice of their parents. Parents also don't know how the money got transferred. They are least bothered because everyone is working, everyone is in the office from 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7. they, they don't know what their children are doing. So what actually happening here is children are alone, they are having smartphones in their hand and transactions are available. They are seeing the things which attract them. That is the age. Now you have crossed a little bit of that age, but it is in the 9th and the 10th. The problem is they don't know what is good, what is bad. They will struggle between what is good and bad. If no one tells, they will immediately switch over to particular website or some particular friend on the Facebook, and they will try to interact with them, chat with them. So what actually happens is, in this particular concept, in this particular this one, they will lose money. Sometimes what actually happens is they will share their information. Very dangerous. So this is a worrying factor. Many police officials are worried about it. There is one person, Rakshit Tandon, you can find in YouTube. He is one of the famous personalities who is simply interacting with the children of the schools. And he is interacting only on cyber related crimes. He visits all the schools and he discusses with the principal, all the, all the children, and tell them what is good, what is bad. On the net. Not on the regular this one, on the digital this one. So many times we also commit such, see what actually happens is, here someone should be there as a guiding force. So here in GIT, what we are doing is, we have such environment, we have people who know what is cyber security, how cyber crimes do happen, and they know what is correct, what is wrong. Many times you feel that something to tell to parents or not to tell parents. We hesitate. Many times we don't express what has happened. Maybe on the Facebook or maybe on the Instagram. We use so many social media things. We won't tell. Here, there are teachers, there are mentors who can help you out. And how many of us really know there is a cyber crime police station? We don't know that. So, in fact, even I did not know. So, thanks to D.A. Kulkarni sir, he has took us to cyber crime police station. Actually, it looks like a software industry or a software office, wherein all systems, and it's very neatly well organized, this one, where police officials, they work like a software engineers. They are well qualified. In fact, they take the help of people who are certified in cyber security domain. So what actually happens here is, they are ready to help us. If we do not complain, if we do not raise, through institution we can raise, such issues have happened. So institution as well as police department, they are ready to help us. And in turn, they expect that we should be ethically correct and we should follow certain norms. They expect that we should have some cyber security. We should know what is cyber law. Many times we don't know. Whenever it is asked, say for example, many times it is asked, see, if we download unwanted content or some content which is not meant for children, we download it, that is an offense. Please remember, if you see, that is not an offense. As per Indian cyber law, if you download, it is an offense. If you share it, it is an offense. 3 years imprisonment is there if such content is shared. So that is with respect to children. If respect to children content, if unwanted content is shared, then it is 7 years imprisonment, serious imprisonment. No one can save us. We don't know. We keep on watching, we keep on sharing so many, and then we do not know about cyber laws. That is the biggest problem with respect to cyber related issues. So what actually happens here is, we should understand what is the law, what is the law defined by, within the organization premises, what can be transferred, what cannot be transferred, what should be shared with the student, what should not be shared with the students or with your other student communities. That should be well known. So what actually happens here is, we should be aware of cyber law. That needs to be done. In our talks, there are certain, in our resource persons will be sharing all these experiences. They are sharing the tools, technologies, and aspects related to cyber law, right? And then my sincere advice whenever we go for social media. So all of us are using social media. But what actually happens here is many things we don't know. Whenever social media means, yes, WhatsApp is there, Instagram is there, Facebook is there, so many other things are there, which I don't know, but you know it. Right? What actually happens is we simply use it. Whenever I use a Facebook, the first problem is simply I register myself. How many of us know that what is the minimum age to enter into Facebook? Many times we have children who are less than 18 years old in the Facebook. Actually, as per Facebook, you should be 18 years old so that you can enter or you can create your own account. We don't know that. Many times what actually happens is when everything we say, yes, I agree, and we close it. What we use whenever Facebook account we are creating, it asks for our ID, Gmail ID. Assume Gmail ID. Yes, we share Gmail ID. Like that, so many social media accounts, what we do is we use those social media accounts using IDs. Gmail. Gmail is like your Aadhaar card. Please remember, do not anywhere share your password. Problem is, suppose if you share your password, what actually can happen? One password can lead them to all the social media accounts. Because your social media accounts are linked to your Gmail ID, somehow it can be entered. It is possible. So they can invade into your social media accounts. And you might have seen so many messages saying my account is hacked. It is our ignorance. As per the report, 95% of the cases reported are because of our ignorance, not because of the intelligence of criminals. 95% of the time we ignore and we enter into such things. And Facebook friends, when making Facebook friends, what we do? We don't see. So if there is someone, we get a request from someone, we don't check. Simply we accept the accounts. Right? And then we send a request to some particular photo is there, name is there. We don't know whether it's a real person or unreal, this one. So they will masquerade in different formats. So boy becomes a girl, girl becomes a boy. We don't know. So what actually happens is they will start masquerading. And what actually happens, you feel, yes, that girl has sent me a request. Fine. We don't know. We enter into that such this thing. And they will start invading your accounts. Their cookies will be there, malware will be there, everything is in your mobile phone. Whichever website you visit, they will note. They will note and send it. Next time what actually happens is, whatever websites you visited, related to that things, you will start seeing the advertisements on your Facebook account, on your whichever website you open, you start related to those website, whichever website. Google Ads, what it does, it keeps track of all the cookies, whatever information they have sent, it comes in the form of advertisements. If you have visited wrong sites, wrong advertisements will come on your website or on your Facebook accounts, right? So this is the problem. You cannot blame the company saying that BSNL is sending me this advertisement, because last month someone has complained to BSNL saying that I am getting advertisements related to something. So company replied, if you have visited such websites, you are seeing that advertisements. We are not responsible for advertisements. Please remember, your digital footprints are recorded. Whether you delete the message, you keep the message, whatever the things, whatever may happen. What actually happens is digital footprints, because what actually today you have made you sent a mail, you might have deleted, but still it is there. There is one case going on. If you just go through the paper, NSC erstwhile chief Chitra Ramakrishnan, she is now caught for one wrong reason. The reason is some person, she was sending some messages, everything related to the transactions, stock market transactions. Now they have recovered all her 2015 emails, and what messages, what conversation has happened, they have taken it out. Now they are examining one by one. What actually happens is, we think that we have deleted, we are safe. No, you might have given a fake ID, but still your machine ID will not change. Easily you can be caught. So what actually happens here is, we are least bothered about these things. Whenever Facebook account is created, have you locked it? We are not locked. open for everyone, everyone can enter. And another important thing is all our social media accounts is connected to one mail. So mail is not properly. Two-step authentication, are you using it for your mail? No. Sometimes no one is using one-step authentication easily. If you are having two-step authentication with one OTP, you are safe. That is not done. So what actually happens is here these problems will arise. So what actually has to be done is when accounts are created, you should be very careful while handling these things, right? So these are all things we need to keep track of whenever we are handling social media. There are so many other aspects will come. I am not going in depth of that since I am just for welcoming you for this workshop. Please be aware of these things. Educate your sister or brother who is using the mobile phone, 8th or 9th standard. They don't know. Educate your parents, educate your uncle or auntie or whoever they are using the mobile phone, they don't know how to do the transactions. Tell them what is correct, what is wrong. They don't know. So you have to be the brand ambassadors of cyber security. It need not, awareness itself is 50% you are qualified for becoming a cyber security professional. Next step is you can certify yourself. It do not need much programming practices. Just a mindset wherein everything you should doubt. Skeptical mindset you should have. Then only you can become a very good cyber security expert. You should have that mindset, identify what is correct, what is wrong, then work on it and help others, create an environment in GIT. Basically, our requirement is I want everyone to be the ambassadors, because many schools, what they are doing is they are creating student groups who are good, who are having good ethical characters and who can become good ethical hackers. I tell you, ethical hacker is the one who can identify where the threat is, how to come out of it. Many times they are also being misused. There was an ethical hacker, he used to give in YouTube, he was having around 2 or 3 lakh followers. He used to tell how to what is ethical hacking, everything he told. But when 10 banks, there were around 10 banks from that, around 50 lakhs was stolen. When they searched and some hacking expert was used to identify who has done it, this was the hacker, who himself called ethical hacker, but involved in such activities. So what actually happens is ethical hacking, ethical practices you need to follow, but you should be strict in that. And our mindset we need to improve. And then do not spend too much time on social media. Keep yourself around for 1 hour per day, 5 to 6 in the evening. Don't touch again Facebook or Instagram. Over. Rest other times, make it a chart or a timetable. You can work around that. So that will definitely help you to come out of these problems. We have to live in digital world. We have to show our digital footprints will be there. Many companies now, they are using digital footprints to take you. Because there was one case, it was given in the newspaper that a student got MS admission, everything was confirmed. On the day of traveling, he got a message from that university saying that we can't take you. The reason was his footprint was checked in social media. He has abused someone, so they decided not to take him. See here, many companies, when you give your biodata, they go through your social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything they go through. If anything not proper, they decide not to take you. So be aware, be careful with respect to using social media. This is what I have. With my limited knowledge, I tried to share some information. Hope all of you definitely take the advantage of this workshop and attend all the sessions. Whatever I told, just the, what you can say, one cream of these things. In depth you can go. All the sessions, around 16 sessions we have. So you can have a wonderful week ahead by attending and registering yourself for cyber security related things. I once again thank and welcome all of you for this workshop inauguration function. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I welcome you also to the program. I now request Aarti ma'am to welcome the dignitaries on the dais. Professor D.A. Kulkarni, Dean Administration. Dr. Vijay Raj Purohit, Head Department of CSC. Professor Gajendra Deshpande, Co-Convener, International Winter School on Cybersecurity. Thank you, ma'am. No one lights a lamp in order to hide it behind the door. The purpose of light is to create more light, to open people's eye, and to reveal the marvels around. I would now like to request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp and inaugurate this event. Thank you, everyone. I now request Professor Gajendra Deshpande, Co-Convener for the International Winter School on Cybersecurity, to brief us about the Winter School program on cybersecurity.
Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais and all the participants. It is my privilege to brief about the winter school on cyber security from 19 February 2022 to 24 February 2022. The Systems Audit and Control Association, that's also known as ISACA, defines cyber security as the protection of information assets by addressing threats to information processed, stored, and transported by inter-networked information systems. In 2022, cybersecurity is among the top priorities for any organization. Most of the organizations have significantly increased their cybersecurity budget due to the surge in the cyber attacks. On the other side, there is a gap in the supply and demand of the talented cybersecurity professionals across the globe. The main objective of the winter school is to address the talent gap between academia and industry in the field of cybersecurity. The winter school includes talks by eminent professionals in the field, capture the flag events, networking with speakers and peer participants. The winter school comprises of talks on the following trending topics, but they are not limited to blockchain security, advanced person threats, security predictions, artificial intelligence and cyber security, career prospects in cyber security, phishing, weapons of modern warfare, identity access management and SIEM, incident response, zero trust, cyber security for cloud computing, botnets, and digital forensics. We have received around 470 registrations from academia and industry across the globe. We have 18 resource persons from reputed organizations like IBM, Cisco, McAfee, Palo Alto Networks, LinkedIn, Deloitte, and so on. So out of 18 resource persons, 13 are JIT alumni and 6 resource persons are from outside India. Sessions are planned in such a way that people from different time zones should be able to attend it. Every day the sessions will be rebroadcasted at the end of the day. Now for CTF, we are going to use a platform called as ctflearn.com. It is a beginner friendly platform to learn practical cybersecurity skills. We strongly recommend all the participants to enroll to the platform and start exploring. I hope that everyone will enjoy the talks in the winter school and dive deep into the field of cybersecurity. So I just would like to tell one word, that is, it is just a beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Professor D.A. Kulkarni to deliver the presidential address.
Dr. Raj Purohit, Professor Gajendra Deshpande, all my colleagues and student friends, all the audience online and offline. I'm very happy to be associated with this. In fact, I would like to congratulate the Computer Science Department for taking this initiative and organizing this 6-day winter school on cybersecurity. In fact, for this inauguration, we had called some police people who are involved in cybercrime and investigation of cybercrime and all. But because of some reasons and because of the hijab controversy, they are all busy with their duty. So they couldn't make it today, but we'll definitely arrange another session later for the benefit of all students and staff. Coming to this topic, I feel it's a very apt and a relevant topic these days, because most of our information, data, assets are going online. Now we have money in the bank, more money in the bank, less in the pocket. We use plastic money, and most of the people, right from vegetable vendors, pawn shops, we are with Phone Pay, Google Pay, etc. So money is less in the physical form, more in the virtual form. Okay, all our shares, they are in the demat form. We don't have anything with us or in the home, no papers. So when assets are converted from a physical form to a virtual form, obviously there will be many threats. And these threats are to be tackled with the help of cybersecurity. So because of this, I feel the cybersecurity is a very apt topic these days. And as you Raj Purohit sir rightly pointed out very elaborately, how we are using digital platforms like social platforms, Facebook and etc. Students and people are getting addicted to it, sharing a lot of information on it necessarily or unnecessarily. So that leads to many threats. So in all such cases, cybersecurity is very important, and as he said, we'll have to be very careful with this. This makes it all pervasive. In fact, every day in your newspapers we read news about how people have conned by taking either their passwords or otherwise telling them that we are from bank and so on. Recently you must have heard in Belgaum, one of the workers on the petrol pump, he duped the owner to the tune of 1.5 lakh rupees in a week's time. I'm told that he was using that refund option in the Google Pay. He used to transfer and then get a refund. So it used to go to the owner's account and then come back to him. So criminals are very smart. They are one step always ahead. And the second is any impact because of negligence or because of the loopholes impact is very high. People lose money, property to a large extent. So that is also very important with respect to cyber security. And lastly, cyber security on the lighter side is much easier. So when you have gold or when you have shares in your house, if it has to be burgled, then the thieves have to put in a lot of effort. Okay, they have to take a lot of risk because you will be caught by CCTV camera, and if you are found, police will take a lot of action. And cyber crime is on that way it is easier. He sits in one corner of the globe and does something. A lot of impact happens to the person who has lost his property. But for the thief or for the con man, it's very easy. It will be very difficult to find out, and it will be across internationals. Our police have to talk to that country's police, and it takes a long time. So cyber threat has become very easy, and that is why it is proliferating. So we'll have to take all the necessary care to see that we don't share unnecessary information on the social media. We keep our passwords to ourselves, change it frequently. Whatever has been prescribed has to be followed. And this is in our own interest. You must have seen a movie called as Jamtara, which was on Netflix. There is a village in Uttarakhand or Jharkhand where people are professionals in these types of crimes. So we'll have to looking at other things, we'll have to learn many things, we'll have to be very careful. And I am told that there is a lot of good response for this workshop. Around 400 people have registered across the globe, and many people, many professionals are participating in this. So I'm very happy about the response. I wish all the very best to this conference, and I hope it will meet its objectives. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Dr. Rudragowda Patil, co-convener for the International Winter School on Cybersecurity, to propose the vote of thanks.
Very good morning to all. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose vote of thanks on this special occasion. I would like to thank members of KLS management, chairman and all GC members of KLS GIT for their constant guidance and support to shape the conference. I, on behalf of organizing committee, thankful to Dr. Jayant Kittur sir, principal, and Professor D.A. Kulkarni sir, Dean Administration. Both of them helped us in obtaining the necessary administrative approval for organizing the conference in our campus. I am very much thankful to all the conference advisory committee members, invited speakers, participants, and all HODs of various departments and section heads. I would like to thank our beloved HOD, Dr. V.S. Rajpurohit sir, for his constant help and guidance that radiated a source of energy within us. I am very much thankful to all faculty colleagues and non-teaching staff members, organizing committee members, students who always stand by us. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Today, with deep satisfaction, I conclude that there is no alternative to hard work and dedication. As all good things come to an end, we have now come to the end of this inaugural function. I request everyone to rise for the national anthem. Thank you, everyone. Okay, yes. Tea is organized here. Please wait. Okay. Yes. Sir. If anybody wants the link, please contact the organizing team.